I love her attitude, and that's the way she's been throughout the Western and Southern Open, now here at the U.S. Open. Just like every match, it's going to be fun. They were supposed to play the final for the Cincinnati event that was in New York. Now they finally get to at the U.S. Open.
That's true. That's pretty amazing that they're both there again, Lindsay. I mean, they're both playing such good tennis and showing it 2 times in a row. And for Vika, I think just she looks relaxed finally. All the things I think in her personal life seem to be good. She's focusing again on the tennis, and I think what she said there is so important. She's actually having fun on the court. It's really showing through, and she looks so fit out there.
Yeah, she does, and that's been a huge improvement for her. But 7 years since her last major final. That is a long wait for a Grand Slam champion, a former world #1, and she's been through some rough times. And we've heard a little bit of what she's gone through. She's never really publicly discussed it, but obviously in a custody battle for her son the last few years, not easy to focus on being a tennis player in an individual sport when things aren't perfect off the court. A lot of times you can see that on the court with the results and the play. But we rewind the tapes just to Lexington, like, 5 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Out in the first round of Venus Williams. There is no way that someone could have predicted you're going to go on in the bubble, potentially not lose a match, hold a Grand Slam trophy again, win in Cincinnati. It's been a remarkable transformation. And we weren't sure what needed to click into gear for her to start having these results again. But it seems like it's the motivation and the belief. And she got that somehow in this magic bubble in New York.
Absolutely. Hadn't won a match in more than a year and has now won 11 in a row. So who's your pick for the final?
Oh, yeah, no pressure here.
No pressure. I really just love seeing the mental fortitude come back to Vika's game.
Yep.
That's always been her biggest asset, is that ability to dig down and find ways to stay in matches, get through these tough situations. I mean, you see that first set against Serena, it looked like she was going to be off the court pretty quickly, maybe in another half an hour done, and found a way back into it. I'm going to go with Vika in the final. I think she's going to get her first U.S. Open.
All right. What about you, Linz?
I know. I feel like,
you put me on the spot.
I know.
Come on.
A couple of years ago at the Australian Open final, it was Osaka and Kvitova. And I remember sitting there thinking, women's tennis can't lose. Whoever wins this final. And I feel the same way. And for both of them, I lead a little bit more Osaka, and it's the serve. And Vika has been managing her service game.
She has the firepower, for sure.
She doesn't get the free points either. And Osaka, like Serena historically, can step up to the line on the biggest point and fire down an unreturnable serve. Vika does not have that. So I just lean a little bit to Osaka.
Hey, leads the head-to-head 2-1.
Now you've got to break the tie.
I am going Osaka, but I picked Osaka from the start, whoever was going to make that final.
So did I, but...
Wow.
Well, so you got to stay with her, right? You can't change because somebody else makes the final.
Brady didn't start. I was almost there.
That's a pretty good guess.
Not a bad pick at all. And you can see the women's final here on Tennis Channel Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern.